it's like the movie. There are so many inaccuracies in that movie. Jerry, Eazy didn't come to Jerry's house and fire him. That never happened. Eazy really never fired him. He got a letter in the mail from who knows who, but he never fired him. Eazy didn't get beat up by Suge and these guys in the studio. Never happened. There's so many things in there that just never happened. But they put it out there, so now they're going to have to, stick by what they said. But
right.
The lawsuit's going to continue. There's a movie coming that's going to continue about Jerry and Eazy and all that. And Jerry's got so much support now that he didn't have before, unfortunately.
I'm about to say, unfortunately, I hate it's like that because, for real, Jerry, in my eyes, Jerry was cool. I wish I would have had the opportunity to dive into Eazy before he passed, but obviously we were super young when that happened. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, the stories is all the same from the people that was really around. Like, yeah, you know what you can see when you Google it, but when you talk to people that was really around these guys, it's all the same story. Even I seen a video with Michelle A saying, like, even Michelle A was like, if it wasn't for Jerry, we couldn't have had nothing. And she was like, Jerry made sure we got paid. He made sure that we had the money for the house notes. We had this, we had that. You know what I'm saying?
N.W.A, they had nothing but nice things to say about Jerry Heller. So many groups.
Doug Young. Look, if you would have been at the funeral and saw who was around the casket, Doug Young, African American, our promotion guy, Mustafa Khan, a Muslim,
right,
who was Jerry's security guy like 10, 20 years ago before N.W.A. Kenny
right.
Copeland from Rolls Royce, car wash, Irving Azoff. So,
Adrian Gregory, yeah.
Adrian Gregory, man, of course, our road manager, man, who we all loved. And, these are people that were all there and knew it. It's just Ice Cube and Dre had the money, had the power, and they could get the story out easier. And Jerry really didn't have, the means to fight. He could talk in interviews and stuff, but, these guys really made him look terrible.
Yeah, and the movie pointed that out. We talked to Jerry, before the movie. We always asked him, do you think it's going to be accurate? Are they getting your input? And he always says, well, they're not getting my input. They're not talking to me at all. When I heard that, I automatically knew, okay, this is going to be a Cube and Dre production. And that's what it was. And I think it's wrong to only get the views of just a handful of people and not the majority of the people. You didn't hear nothing about BG Knockout, Dresta, you didn't hear Above the Law.
Dresta was at the funeral.
Yeah,
they didn't even have JJ Fad in the movie.
Funeral.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't have any of those guys. Rhythm D was at the funeral.
Shouts out to
Big
Rhythm
Animal, security. And I'll tell you one other thing, man. There's stuff about Tamika and, looking at his finances and seeing that Jerry was stealing from him and he was broke. That is so insane. Eazy still had the N.W.A catalog. He had Bone Thugs and Harmony. He still had Ruthless Record. He owned 3 houses. He always had $2,000 or $3,000 in his sock. For Tamika to portray herself, as the savior, he would have never married her in a million years.
Oh.
But
yeah, I remember last time on the show you were talking about how he was actually you were his to-go guy when one of his side chicks would hit him up.
Yeah.
You would have to help him out. You would have to help him out with that. Yeah.
With the phone card, exactly. Phone card. Towards the end, right before he got sick, he did a project with Troutman, from the Zap Band.
Yeah.
And before I picked him up at the airport, he had me pick up this beautiful woman. Eric would have never married Tamika. He had so many other women other than her at that time, but he respected her because she was intelligent. She worked for Clarence Avon. She was good looking, but by far, she married him.
Eazy was fucking Mickey Howard and all kinds of motherfuckers back then.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know,
like damn.
Yeah, he had all shapes, all colors, all sizes. Eazy was a monster. But I wanted to say one more thing. Yeah, I mean, she married him on his deathbed, you know, and he never signed the marriage certificate. I got a copy of it. So, you know, it was all janky back in those days.
Hey guys, I gotta get back into this meeting, but man, I just wanted to, you know, say, man, keep up the good work. And Jerry, I'm gonna holler at you, man. I'm gonna give you a call real soon because I got some things that I want to talk to you about.
Right, all right.
So you guys take care
yourself,
and yeah, just keep it up, man. All right.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Peace, bro. Yeah, shout out to Clientele. Always good to have him on the line on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many inaccuracies. A couple days ago, Jerry's attorney said that he believes Straight Outta Compton, the movie, actually caused his death, caused him to get sick. Did you notice after, I mean, because you being probably one of the closest to him, if not the closest to him, did you notice a decline in his health after the movie came out?
Definitely. I mean, you know, it was like a slow grind for him, you know, from the breakup of the band, and then knowing that the movie was going to come out, and then when the movie came out, and then, you know, knowing how many people saw the movie and how bad he looked in the movie, you know, I mean, the stress level on it was incredible. So, I mean, I'm not saying that the movie killed him like the lawyer is, but it sure did affect him in a real bad way for a long time.
Right. It affected his way of life for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I saw the film, I inboxed Jerry because I knew he had went and saw the film, and I asked him, I said, did they do you any justice, Jerry? And he says, not a chance, man. And then a few days later, I saw the film, and I knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. It's like, wow.
And, you know, it's up to us to keep the name alive, to clear his name from the bullshit that was, you know, perpetrated on him from the movie and Ice Cube and, you know, Dre. So you know, it's like I said, this is only the beginning. This is like chapter 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to hear that. It's good to see that.
And the lawsuit. And the lawsuit. The lawsuit is not going away because he's dead. You know, the lawsuit is going to continue on. And I know that Ice Cube and Dr. Dre are not going to want to do depositions about that, about what really happened.